Thank y'all for tuning back into the channel. Pelican Bay Dog Talk and News for the day. Giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that like button before you get deep into this video. Go ahead and hit that like button. Just hope you like it. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to drop down in them comments as well, my brothers. I appreciate all y'all bulldoggers from the east to the north to the south to the west, across one side of the world to the other side of the world. Like I always say, man, let's get into this dog talk. See, one thing I found out in the dog game, you know what I'm saying? You can know somebody with great dogs, you know what I'm saying? You can know them with great dogs, and it just depends on how they handle their dogs. Because listen, man, let me tell you this, and I always say this. These can be the greatest dogs in the world, you know what I'm saying? But if these dogs aren't socialized that much, these dogs, they're great dogs. They do what they're supposed to do, but they aren't socialized much. They just, just brought out when it's time, to go to the shows or wherever it's time to go at. All right. Now, if a person get one of them dogs from one of them dog brothers, you know what I'm saying, and that person take that dog and take it on another level, I'm talking about a level where they socializing it with everything, taking them out, showing them that dog love, because see, a lot of brothers want a dog to be a champ, but you ain't treating them like a champ from day one. You see that pedigree, you kick out the bread for it, you know what I'm saying, you know what you got, but you're not treating them like a champ from day one, you treating them mediocre. And then you talking like a champ on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, but you treat them mediocre and you hoping that he turn out for you whenever he get older. But the thing is, you got to treat him like a champ from day one. You know what I'm saying? You got to treat him like a champ from day one. And if he don't turn out for you, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You just got to always keep that in mind, that you can have high hopes for this dog, and this dog not be the one for you whenever it's time to take him into this ring and go around, walk around these shows and from state to state and doing that. He might not end up being the one for you, but you can't make that assumption from day one. From day one, you got to treat him like he's a certified grand champ. You know what I'm saying? Done pulled in all the ribbons and trophies, best in shows. You know what I'm saying? You got to treat him like that from day one. And one thing I know, two things for sure, a lot of dog brothers don't want to let their dogs grow from puppies. You want puppies to look like grown dogs. Let these dogs grow, man. Grow to their full extent. You know what I'm saying? Feed them. Let them exercise. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers who stunt the dogs' growth on purpose because they don't want real big dogs. It ain't about having a real big dog. You want your dog to be a healthy dog. You want him to grow to his full potential. Just like anything that's living and growing, you want it to grow to the full potential. And that's the same thing with a puppy. You want to give it the best nutrients at the young age. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of exercise. They don't mean put them in the keep. Let them puppies grow. I remember I had a Mayday and the Hickory. We bred the Hickory male to a female that was a granddaughter of Mayday. Okay, we bred Hickory male that was directly off Hickory to the granddaughter of Mayday, and I had a puppy off that litter. That litter wasn't a good breeding. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. The dogs might have been great dogs. Young at time. Dogs might have been great dogs. I'm going to say this. They wasn't what I wanted them to be at 4 or 5 months old. Now, I'm going to say this. The one I had, looked real good. But where I messed up on them at, I fed them the protein shake for the keep at a young age. Like, I'm talking about 3 or 4 months old. I think it was the puppy stuff I might be having feeding. I was feeding them something. I'm not sure what it was, but it was a protein shake. And it seemed like it stunted my dog growth. He grew real short and stocky. He was shorter than the mama and the daddy. And he was shorter than the other siblings, And I think it was just because I was pumping too much of that stuff in him when he was real young. You know what I'm saying? So you really just let them dogs grow, man. Just let them be. And like I said, if I would have sat back and let that dog sit on till they got a year old and took him, took him out and played with him, then maybe I would have, say, oh yeah, that was a good cross. But I did the wrong thing with him, so I ain't gonna say that was a bad breeding, but it just at that time it was a bad breeding. And the main thing, man, the main thing is have patience when it comes to these dogs. I ain't talking about the dog itself. I'm talking about with your selection, your kennel process, your program. Patience, man. Don't rush. It's too many flavors. The thing is, you can waste the patience is the cheaper route. You know what I'm saying? Patience is the cheaper route. The thing you do, you be patient. You get the dogs you want. You really want. You don't just grab something because you boom, boom, grabbing that, just grabbing it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a dog collector, that's cool too. Because we got folk who just collect dogs, and that's cool. But if you're trying to start your program, you want to be patient and grab the two puppies, that's to your quality. You know what I'm saying? Coming down off stock that you want, that you want to start your stuff with. You know, Patience is the key. Listen here, man. You know how many brothers done came and seen JD on the yard and laughed, be like, he fat, man. He fat. He ain't gonna, he this and that. Listen here. Patience is the key, man. I'm letting my dog grow. You know what I'm saying? I know what I got. I know what I got. I'm letting them grow. And then, you know, I show you what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Once he gets to that point, then I show you what time it is. A lot of y'all, like I said, you get the 8, 9, 10-month-old dog, and you want them to look like a 3-year-old dog. You know what I'm saying? And it don't happen. And then you lose some of your growth along the way because you too busy trying to rip them and cut them up at a young age. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to having your dog looking ripped, but do it with your basic exercise when they real young, your basic exercise and regular feed, and don't worry too much about cutting no feed back or anything like that. Just do it with your regular feed, whatever you're feeding. You may have to feed a little more because you're working them a little exercise or whatever, but yeah, you may have to feed them a little more. You know what I'm saying? Because you want them to keep growing, man. You don't want to cut back on them because I see a lot of people dogs that supposed to be 40-pound dogs and they 30-pound dogs. People dogs who supposed to be 50-pound dogs and they 40-pound dogs. People got dogs that's supposed to be 50-plus dogs and they 30-some dogs.
Pimp, look at your eyes. Fix your eyes.
I made
on
you,
this.
bro. You couldn't even spell pimp. You didn't even know how to spell a motherfucker.
Lucky
I can
guy.
wait.
Bitch, I take his can and crush your motherfucking brains, and don't you ever disrespect me like that.
People got dogs that's it just is what it is, man. Let them puppies grow, man. Oh, we have an update, fellas. I want to tell y'all, Hog Daddy is War Pony. The boys came to a conclusion.
I barbecue with this dude. We eat ribs and whatnot and listen to salsa music. You see where I'm coming from?
And you had no indication that there was anything going on?
Bro, not a clue.
I looked online, Ped, and I saw. Y'all remember the Rottweiler dogs that came off Hog? Back in when we was talking about Hog having the Rottweiler dogs. Y'all remember them? Remember they were saying they came off Copper. Now, y'all brothers finally came to the conclusion that Hog is off War Pony. You mean to tell me y'all boys went through all that saying Hog was off Copper, you know what I'm saying? Sticking to it, Hog was off Copper, saying y'all had proof that Hog was off Copper, and now y'all got y'all pedigree saying Hog off War Pony, So y'all must be believe what we said, Shout out to you, brothers. Shout out to you. Shout out to you with them dogs. Hope they doing great out there, man. Hope they doing great. But we all came to the conclusion, I guess y'all did too, that Hog is off War Pony. War Pony off Lynch. Hog ain't off Copper. So we cancel one rumor. And I gotta say, man, shout out to City Boy Kennels, you know what I'm saying? Cause he took them dogs from Brother Malcunt and did something he didn't do with them dogs. He did something Brother Malcunt didn't do. And I'm going to tell you like this here to your face, Brother Malcunt. You didn't do it. He took his dogs that, he started his program with. He made his breedings, and he put one of the motherfuckers in Pelican Bay hands. He put one of them in the PB Canine's hands. You know what I'm saying? Not only did he do that, now I don't know the other brothers probably, that's why I say you might be dealt with them. He put dogs in great brothers' hands. You know what I'm saying? Great dog man hands. Brother Malcunt, you ain't do that. You did that, put dogs in great brothers' hands. I ain't gonna lie, you did that, but you ain't put none in PBK9's hands. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to City Boy, man, making that great breeding, a breeding that's working. The bad thing about it, the sire of JD Hogg passed away, so we can't make that breeding no more. But we do have, the mother and quite a few sons, so it's on and popping. It's on and popping. Shout out to you though, man. But like I said, you got to treat them dogs like champs from day one, man. Champs from day one. Now, all them boys talking about, JD Hall was fat, this and that. Yeah, I had a plan for you. I had a plan for you. I already knew I'm letting my dog grow. A lot of y'all don't know how to call weights and all that stuff anyway. If I was in the game doing all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know how to call weights. My whole plan, let my dog grow. You know what I'm saying? Get him the way because see, I start seeing that old school look in him. So I just want to do, what I would have did back in the days, just let him get big. Just let him grow. Let him grow. And when it's time to start working them, time to start working them. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than a child when they're young, man. You start letting kids lift weights at 7 years old and stuff. Sometimes you stunt their growth. You know what I'm saying? Them little bodybuilder kids that look like Arnold Schwarzenegger and ain't up but 10 years old. They look good, but you gotta understand that they're not healthy. You know what I'm saying? They look good. They look like a full-grown man, but they ain't healthy. There's nothing healthy about that for a child. So it's nothing healthy about that for a puppy. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it the same way. Let them grow, man. Let them grow. All right, my South Carolina folk, y'all ain't taking pride in your hog dogs. I'm about to go ahead and take pride in mine now. Don't take no offense to what I'm about to say. Like I always said, don't take no offense. But I'm about to take pride in mine. Y'all ain't taking no pride in y'all's. But y'all want to breed to one of the best Red Boy Jocko Bolio string dogs coming off hog in South Carolina? Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Red Boy Jocko Bolio. It's buck in it, but the buck ain't doing nothing but tightening the bolio up. Because if you know anything about buck, he coming down off bolio. So all that's doing is tightening the bolio up. Red Boy Jocko Bolio. Can't ask no better. It go with you if you got a buck, if you got the gas and stuff. It's going to go with you if you got Red Boy Jocko. It's going to go with you if you got Bolio, Eli. You know what I'm saying? Because he's super tight bred. Super tight bred. And like I said, I'm taking him back to old Mellow Yellow. Coming down off Hacksaw and Saber 2000. I'm taking him back to her, and I'm taking him back to Saber 2000 when she come back in heat. You know what I'm saying? So, look, that's what you can look for coming from the Bay, sometime soon. Sometime soon. But I appreciate y'all tuning in to the video, man. PBK9's giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that subscribe button before y'all get up out of here. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. Tap, 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 tap. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to drop down in them comments. Stay safe, stay legal, and I'm up out of here.